Hello everyone, this is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full-time. I've been doing this with my fiance Netta for a couple of years now. Don't forget to like the videos and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to talk about what we are shipping out today on Tuesday. Still a pretty slow day. It's been a slow like 4 or 5 days, but a couple of like interesting things sold. So the first thing was, I was thinking yesterday, I was like, oh wow, we haven't had a plush sell in a long time. Like we don't have too many listed, but then we ended up selling this. It's like a silk dog. I already have it like wrapped up and stuff like that. So it feels nice, like a silk dog plushie. This ended up selling for $13.49 plus shipping. Everything's going to be plus shipping, so I'll just save us some time right now. All right, next up is going to be a War Machine. This is a Signar Sentinel Warjack. This one's already pre-built right there, and it has some like base material, like little sand someone put in the bottom. The Signar are the blue faction. This is like for a miniature game. This is like the Cyberpunk. This ended up selling for $10.12. And yesterday I talked about how I was surprised some of the pre-built miniatures haven't been selling as fast as like the sealed ones or the bits and pieces, but then another one sold. So like I keep thinking about these things, and then I was also thinking about, and then they keep selling the things I'm thinking about. I was also thinking about the Army Men, all the vintage like stuff I listed. I know that stuff kind of takes time. This was a combo order, so this ended up selling for $18. This is a lot of 15. These are from like the 60s. These were like different colors. I hadn't really seen these before, like when I was a kid. I was around during the 60s, but usually they were like green Army Men. So there's like a pink and blue and yellow. So I thought I put all the color ones together. And then this one's just a lot of 6 different green plastic Army Men. I'm not sure like if these are marks or what they are. It doesn't say anything on the bottom. I'm sure the person knew what they were getting. So yeah, that was a combo order. All right, moving along. Speaking of bits and pieces, we had some more Warhammer 40K. These are the Chaos faction right here. I don't actually know what the Chaos faction, like I don't have like what they are in my head, in my mind's eye. These end up selling for $16. Those have been adding up a bunch. So those have been really, really good. I'm always like excited when that stuff's selling. All right, now I have another niche item within a niche item. So this is a draft pack, a runner draft pack, and then this is a corporation draft pack for the Android Netrunner card game by Fantasy Flight Games. The game's not around anymore, other than fans still make stuff. So this game, normally you would buy a set, like a pack or expansion, and you know exactly all the cards you're getting in it. This is a way to play the game where you get like a randomized booster pack, so you don't know what you're getting. And drafting, meaning you're going to be picking cards one at a time with other people to make like decks in real time. So yeah, like I said, a niche product within already niche product. This ended up selling for $15. I have more of these, so I relisted one of the corporation decks and then one of the runner draft packs. All right, next up is going to be like a really old Monopoly, Parker Brothers. This looks like it's also probably from, I think I wrote down 1930s. So yeah, super old. This is definitely incomplete. There's a lot of box damage. That's still okay. People still like this stuff. It's just going to have a lot of the bits and pieces. It's not going to have everything. I forgot to put the money in the box when I was done listing, so I'm going to have to like repackage this before I ship it out. But even this is incomplete, sold for $16.49. That's pretty cool. I haven't sold anything Monopoly related in a little bit. All right, next up is going to be Superman, Our Worlds at War, Book 2, trade, paperback, like comic book. I don't know anything about this particular one. I know a lot of people like Superman. This sold for $7.50. All right, and then next up, is this the last thing? No, second to last thing. This is just the cake pan cover for Snoopy on the little like the rooftop when he's like flying with his little goggles. And then this is like the instructions for different things you can make with the cake pan and just different ways to decorate it and stuff like that. So just these two sold for $10. So I listed a bunch of cake pan stuff. I also had like extra bits and pieces like this that I still listed. So none of the cake pan sold, but all of like the other little side stuff have started selling. So it's always interesting to me. I just list everything in front of me at this point because like whatever I think is going to sell is not going to sell, and just the random stuff. All right, and then the last thing is a combo order. This ended up going for, let's see, $30.10. These are different lots of the Dungeons and Dragons miniatures game, but these are the stat cards and stuff for the miniatures themselves. So these have all the rules and abilities on the cards for the different miniatures. There's a ton of different sets. I haven't gotten too many of the miniatures, and at the auction I actually got outbid on them. So yeah, there's probably, I want to say like over 20 or 30 sets. They're all the miniatures have cards. You can play a game with them, a miniature game with them. You can use them, the miniatures, for actually Dungeons and Dragons or other role-playing games, just to like have a bunch of skeletons on the field, just to have visuals for people when you're playing Dungeons and Dragons. So a lot of people like this stuff. All right, so yeah, that's it. All right, thank you for watching. Don't forget to excuse me, like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help support us, take a look at the shop down below.